Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. So our group today is discussing SDG number 4, quality education. Our main topic is about access to education is not equal and this affects the quality of learning outcome. So let's meet our finalists, which is Aiman Sufian, Syami, Ravishta and Safira. So to begin, I would like to ask Aiman. First question is about why is there such a big gap between school in the city and school in the countryside?
Okay, so thank you for our moderator. So when we talk about urban and rural area, we already know that they don't really have a same equal access to education. So in my point of view, the first main point is because the resource gap between the rural and urban area. So for the example, in the urban area, schools in the urban area tends to have better facilities, technology and learning materials when we compare to the schools in the rural area. So this will greatly affect the student in the rural area, especially when they want to do some research about the things that they will learn. So the second point for me is I think because of the teachers' quality and the availability. So the experienced teacher usually tends to tend to teaching at a school in the urban area, especially when the school is already a prestige schools like MRSM or SPP. So in the rural area, the teachers usually teachers that still don't have a great experience, that just have graduate from the IPG or any other university. So I think this greatly affect the student that really want to learn about some subject, especially technologies or something like that. So I think if we want equal outcomes, especially to all of the students, so we need to first ensure equal access to all of the students. That's all for me.
Alright, thank you, Aiman Sufian. So you said that location are very important and is made impact the education itself. So next, Syahmi. So it's just not a location but the school itself.
Yeah.
So tell us about in unequal learning environment. Why environment impact the education nowadays?
Yeah. So when I hear Pian point of view, that is correlate with my point too. So not all schools provide a safe, comfortable and conducive environment for students. Like we can see the gap between private schools and the government schools. We can see that the facilities are not, like for example in government school, not all government school have that facilities. Like Pian point of view, that rural areas tend to have a lack of facilities such as computer and network. So this affect the students to learn more about technologies or in STEM. And moreover, we can see that when the school have poor environment, like when the schools are so small that it's barely hold the students that are that smart, so the classroom become overcrowded and become noisy, so students can focus on their learning. That's all. Thank you.
So thank you, Syahmi. That's a great point. So it's hard to study when the environment doesn't support you. So let's talk about technology, Ravishta. So what happens to student who doesn't have internet or laptop in today's world?
Thank you, moderator. it's a serious problem when students don't have equal access to technology. Because as you all see now, students from financially stable families have personal laptop, high-speed internet, and even private study spaces. But on the other hand, students from lower income households may only depend on mobile devices and shared family devices, or even unstable internet connection, which makes them to not attend class properly or access technology properly. In 2023, there was a study showed that B40 students face major digital divide, and many struggle to access with device and struggle to pay internet costs and even access digital learning tools. This affected their participation in university learning and widened educational inequality. So during COVID-19 also, this one was a major issue because online learning became compulsory and many students were unable to attend class regularly because they lacked devices or internet devices. Some had to sit outside restaurants to just access the free Wi-Fi and join classes. So this situation clearly shows that educational inequality is not only about school fees, it's also about getting access to digital learning tools. That's all from me.
So, Ravishta said, without technology, those students are basically being left behind. So, finally, we going to Safira. So, let's talk about resource inequalities. So, Safira, even if a student has school and laptop, how does a lack of book or funding hold them back?
Okay, thank you, moderator. I agree with Ravishda, and I would like to focus more on resource inequality in terms of learning material and academic support from family, which are both strongly influenced by socio-economic status. So, firstly, access to materials such as textbook, reference book, or libraries is not equal for students because some students are able to buy extra books or access well-equipped school or public libraries, which help them to deepen their understanding. However, other students may only rely on limited or outdated material, which make them harder to fully understand certain topics. So these differences in resources can affect how well students understand what they are learning, even they are taught in the same syllabus at school. And secondly, academic support for family also plays an important role. Students from higher income family often have more support at home, such as parents can afford tuition or private classes, or even have more time to guide their children. And some students may not have received same level of support at home. Their parents might be busy working and not have financial stable to provide extra academic. So this can create a gap in learning outcome because not students have the same support from their family. That's all.
So, to wrap up, education isn't equal yet. From where we live and to we have, this gap stop many people to get quality education. I think thanks to our panelists to share their views, and thanks to everyone is listening. So I think that's all from us. Thank you.